Get with the Programs Debra Kay Levi on a Sunday afternoon, January 13th, and I am looking at a very well-known name in New Haven, Connecticut. This is Paul Gosselin. Paul,
Hey,
how have you been?
not too bad. So,
Very good. So I'm looking at your very unique little workplace here. Tell us a little bit about the history here of your, how long have you been here?
well, I've been at the station here for 21 years. I started with the memory lane. I did it for 17 years on a Friday morning. Wonderful. That's why I got the background of a lot of this big band music and older music. But now that I'm on Sundays, I call the show Music Has No Prejudice, because it doesn't. People do, but if we put our prejudices aside, we can do a lot with music. And that's what I think a lot of people who play music with their ear don't have much prejudice with music. That's a good thing.
So you like your variety.
I do the variety now, but I still try to make the best artists I can find. Just some songs are just classics you can't help but play, you know.
I've
That
noticed,
type of
I've
thing.
heard your work, and you pick some very unique old,
Classic standards.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard wonderful music on your station. So tell us a little bit more about being a broadcaster and your years. You said you were, how long?
Well, I've been here for 21 years. I used to do work in Massachusetts for a few years, way back on the right. Right on. Okay. And also that up there was different. Then it was like punk rock and heavy metal for a couple of years. And then I came down here and they needed somebody. They said they're looking for DJs. I gave him a call, come down, talk with Mr. Avery at the time was the boss. And he liked what I had to say, and I was very impressed with what he told me about the station. And we clicked off, and I started doing Friday mornings, and I did it for 17 years and change. And
Yeah.
now I'm doing this. My ear telling me it's getting close to time for me to change to another song in a couple seconds.
Okay, well, you can do that. Yeah, I mean, just talking to you and knowing you, the knowledge of the music that you know is just amazing. And you just have such a passion for it. And you
That's
just,
wonderful. Yeah.
and that's why you're here.
Heard music all my life, played music. In fact, 1 second.
Sure.
I'm gonna go back one. There, nice. Beautiful song.
What are we listening to?
This is Yorma Calkinen with a gentleman. I can never remember this guy's name. Tom Hobson. It's called Why. It was a pretty popular album back in the early 70s. You know, there was like a circuit. We got to buy this. You know, there was a folk rock thing. There was a jazz thing, country rock. Everybody started buying the albums at certain times.
Yeah.
Yorma Calkinen played guitar for the Jefferson Airplane Starship. And very good guitar player. That's him singing. But yeah, we were little kids.
At heart, yeah.
No, we were little kids. My cousins lived next door. They were older. My brother was older. I was the youngest. And we put all the records, 78, 33 and thirds, 45s, and somebody would play the tunes. We'd run to the wall and tag it, name the song. I was the youngest, and I won every time. I could name songs at note, 2 notes.
That's a
A lot of times I
good
could name the song. Boom, you know.
Really?
So just you gotta have a ear maybe for the music. I don't know what it is, but
You can hear 3 or 4 notes and boom, go to that
or
song.
less.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's how it goes. So I've always listened to music, always will, I guess.
So let me ask you this, Paul, as a child. Let's go back to 4 and 5 years old.
Am I on
Who did
the
you
couch
like?
now?
No, who did you like at 4 and 5 years old? Music.
Oh, I used to listen to classical music more than anything else when I was that young.
Because you had it in the household, your parents?
Some.
Yeah.
I used to listen to the radio. The first song I ever heard on the radio was Sarah Vaughan doing Broken Hearted Melody. And my cousin had, for her birthday, it was in August on a hot day, and she got the headphones, put the headphones on. I heard that song, I went, wow. No outside interference, just wow. Awesome.
Yeah. Did you go to a lot of music shows like plays, musicals, and things like
No,
that?
but my mother used to bring us to the movies, so we had to watch all the old musicals on TV
Okay.
as kids. So
Yeah.
she'd
Yeah.
watch them, and we have to watch it.
I'm just seeing what happened in your history as you were growing up with music and what, you know. Did you ever play an instrument?
I played guitar.
Wonderful.
Yeah, playing for quite a while. I took clarinet lessons as a kid, but the teacher just found me as a kid to pick on, so it wasn't worth it. He's just one of them guys. Those some people are just a little too snooty, whatever. That's how it goes.
And then as the time went on, then
Hold on a second. Sure. Here we go again. WNHU West Haven, 88.7 FM. It's 5 p.m.
do you know where your listeners are?
Somewhere over the rainbow? No.
Well, obviously you can get this station through the internet,
Yep.
so you have to just plug in.
WNHU 88.7.
Yes.
Oh, WNHU.com, I think it is.
Yeah,
That's where you go,
for the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine was on at a different time, though. I don't know when it is. I think it's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
On some obscure, every other Thursday on a pouring rainy night or something. I don't know. I'm on it then.
So, Paul, who were some other people that you used to basically study growing up with music that you really loved?
Oh, I listened to the old music. We used to watch Mitch Miller on Friday nights. So when he came on, Ed Sullivan's show, anybody was on that, it was always so great to watch.
Right.
And,
You remember the Beatles for?
Yeah. Oh, who doesn't? Worse than that was Elvis when he first came on. They wanted to show him under his waist.
Yeah.
Because of the gyration of his hips.
I'm listening to this song and it's really catchy.
Yes, it is.
There's something catchy about this.
Yeah. And it's almost over. I'm going to go to something else.
I'm almost getting the chills from it.
It's beautiful. And now I'm going to go to somebody else, another great group. But these are burned off of old vinyl records. This girl's a beautiful singer right here. Sandy Denny, Fairport Convention.
Let's go back to the last song, please. Let's go back to the last song. What was the title of that last song?
Genesis. Genesis, like the first book of the Bible.
By Tom.
Yeah, that's by Yorma Cockenden and Tom Hobson.
Yeah, you said it before.
Tom Hobson.
Genesis by Tom Hobson.
And
All right,
Yorma
now
Cockenden,
that's right here in our interview, so I'm not going to forget that.
Okay, you'll remember it forever.
Really digging
Interesting.
it.
Very interesting.
If
stuff.
that's something for me to catch that. I like that.
I don't go to folk a lot, but when I do, I try to make it nice. And Sandy Denny was a wonderful singer, this girl right here. And she died very tragically. She fell down the stairs and had a headache. 3 days later, she fell over dead. It's bizarre. So she had a headache. That's it.
That sounds like a brain
hemorrhage, yeah.
tumor or
Hemorrhage from the fall, yeah.
Yeah. Blood clot.
Yeah.
It happens fast, unfortunately.
So we all should be thankful we're alive. We're thankful that we can listen to wonderful music on WNHU.
For sure. One last question for you, Paul. Could you name your top 3 favorite artists? You had named one today, I think earlier, the guitar player.
Django Reinhardt. There's no doubt about it.
And why? Tell the people.
He was the first man to have his own, be the lead guitarist in a band, first of all. He was totally improvisational. In fact, his violinist, Stephen Capaldi, said they never played a song the same way twice. It was always different every time they played it. And he had a fire when he was 18 years old. Was paralyzed with these fingers. He used 2 fingers and a thumb to play his lead guitar.
2 fingers and a thumb.
And a thumb to play lead guitar. But this hand would go about 900 miles an hour. 30-second notes, sometimes even 64 notes.
Wow.
Unbelievable, yeah.
So that's kind of like your hero of guitars, basically.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He
A lot of other guitar players
will
say
is a hero. He was a hero.
This song's just getting foggy on me.
And blessed.
Blessed. Oh, yeah, like that movie about Mozart that came out Amadeus years ago. Mm-hmm. And it does ring a bell how the guy Salieri hated him because God gave him the gift. Who knows who God gives the gift to? He gave it to Gypsy, Jenger Reinhardt. He gave it to Mozart. You know what I'm saying?
It seems like the ones with the most struggles are very gifted. Do you notice that?
A lot of struggle. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, this is a very, very nice studio.
Yeah.
And look at that soundboard, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out. Cool. Here goes Paul at work again.
That song, so I'm going to keep one more song because this group's so nice. We'll do this song too. That first cut was a little foggy though. It's
Very
not too
nice.
bad. It's old records. Yeah, I still burn them on because it gives it the quality. People realize, hey, this comes off a vinyl record. It's a 40-year-old vinyl record, but and it's had better days.
So, let's tell the audience the station again to listen to hear your show.
Listen
in
to-
what time?
Listen to WNHU West Haven 88.7 FM. And we broadcast here at the University of Haven in West Haven, Connecticut. Station's been here for over 40-some years. I've been here for 21. But I'm on 4 to 6 on Sunday afternoons. I call it show Music Has No Prejudice. I can change from one to another. I still try to play the great artists and the great songs. And it works for me. I hope it works for you.
Wonderful. It's been nice having this very pleasant conversation with you and learning a lot about yourself. And thank you.
You're welcome, Debbie. You take